sleep. I just need 15-minute micro sleeps.
I feel like that isn't healthy at all.
Look,
He doesn't need health. He has the power of God and anime on his side.
Oh my god.
I don't need
Don't
health.
encourage
I
it.
need justice. I live off the Batman sleep plan, and that's how I get shit done. If I didn't live off the Batman sleep plan, none of you would be here. So this is the Justice League thanking Bruce Wayne for funding them.
No, that's fair. I am a member of Standard Justice League for this stuff as well. I keep forgetting.
Oh, there it is.
Are we
There
here?
it is.
Notification.
Is it?
Yeah, I just got the notification. Yeah,
Yes, we are
we're
live,
here.
folks.
It's live. We'll do it live.
Hello, everyone. I am a geek for fun, and I am joined by not just one handsome guest, but many attractive voices. Some you'll see, some you won't see, but all of them you will recognize, because this is a very special stream we're doing in honor of the Dragon Ball DC finale. You guys knocked out of the park with all the support for that. Thank you so much. And in order, we have Sid Part 2, my co-writer.
Hi. Anyone tell me if my screen's all jank looking right now?
It is.
Oh,
No, you look
cool.
fine. I can see it fine.
You're
Uh,
good.
Okay, whatever works.
Okay,
We'll
so we've got
manage.
jank screen. Then we have the wonderful Prince of all Saiyans, Trevor Wilson.
Hi.
Not the Vegeta voice we wanted.
Well, no, of
Very
course not. I'd have to
anticlimactic.
subvert expectations.
There you go. Amazing. And from the deep and from the skies, Mera and Hawk Girl, and soon to be another Saiyan among the group, but we might get into that later, Erin, Spitfire Queen.
Hey, you can't see me, but I am here.
And a face which is here because he had a very small role, but he did have a role in the VA cast. I just wanted an excuse to hang out with him because he's my brother and I fucking love him. It's Smugstick. Whoa!
Hey everyone, I'm really happy to be here.
Yay.
So yeah, we've all gathered here today to answer any questions you guys have in the chat. If you keep posting all the... I don't know, I'm just looking at the chat that I'm seeing people in complete disarray. If you keep posting questions, either it can be about the series, it can be about the actors personally, just make sure to maybe just, if you want someone specific, preface it a little bit. If not, though, just throw it out there and we'll organize who answers that. So yeah.
Yeah, and I promise I'm not ignoring things. I'm looking at chat on my phone, folks. So
Yeah, my phone too, so I'll be slow also. If I don't answer, just be like, hey, this is for you.
There you go. Well then, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, just having a little thing, everyone's saying hi, happy Valentine's Day, captivating conversations. Wait, finale. Oh, apologies about saying finale. People keep getting thrown off by that. Just the finale of the saga, like the the voice of Orion is here. Like the saga for the Saiyan saga was the ending of that arc. This is just the ending of that arc. We're gonna have plenty more sagas to come from, so don't worry about that.
yeah. And you mentioned the voice of Orion Lipstick Generations here. It says, hey guys, this is voice of Orion popping in to say hi, hanging out with Beep, so I can't hear you, but just wanted to say hi, have a great live stream. Well, thanks for that.
So we've got a question here that says, what are the ideas for the next saga? Well, Smugstick, why don't you go tell us what we're gonna do?
Huh?
We're not gonna... I get so many questions like this. No, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Stop.
You should see how the Discord lit on fire after the like 5 minutes after everyone finished watching the Entity Saga finale, and just like, Geek, I asked about this and you told me no, and we're like, yeah, we lied.
Why would you want things spoiled?
Right? Exactly. Like, I mean, just all right. Let's say that any question that gets asked here, we're not gonna crap on anything, but like if you're getting close or if you're asking like, are you gonna do this or are you gonna do that, we're probably not gonna tell you if we are, because would that be the most satisfying thing, right? You just be disappointed by the time you actually see it happen in the video. You'll never get the chance for that feeling of, Holy shit! Again, if we just tell you, we're not gonna just tell you Darth Vader's Luke's father. Come on.
Wait, what? Come on, I haven't seen those movies.
Spoilers, my God.
I seriously haven't seen any Star Wars movies.
Well, there you go. This is DBDC anyway, so we're going to inject as much Star Wars as we can. Because we did have an I am your father moment at the end of this. So, yeah, that's the good example, right? A lot of you guys did rightly predict that our Gohan was going to be a clone or whatnot. It was going to be a Superboy inspiration. It's not going to be a direct equivalent inspiration. But if I had just replied that on the first Goku in DC video 6 months ago, I don't think we'd be where we are today. So all of that, I think is interesting, and I don't know, depending if that's given the chat a little bit more time while I've been stalling ever so eloquently. Do we have any questions for people to answer?
A cool one that came up that's not exactly series related. Jason Campbell says, well, for starters, what drew some of the VAs to this fan series? Because that's actually really interesting, since we kind of like asked for people to try out or audition or kind of come into it when we first started with episode 2, the Vegeta background story.
Well, in my case for this, I saw the first 2 episodes or so in it via YouTube recommendations, and after hearing those and then hearing at the very end of the Vegeta origin story episode Alfie saying that they were on the look for more voice actors, I just managed to find an email address via various social media jumping arounds and asked if I could do voices, and got the opportunity to do voices, and it turns out that evidently I do a decent Vegeta.
You do a very good Vegeta. No one undersell Trevor. He is he's got that Billy West chameleon voice level for just all the characters that he's voiced so far in DBDC. This guy's going places, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
You flatter me far too easily. You get to live a little longer than everyone else.
I wasn't expecting that. It freaked me out for a second.
Oh, it's so much fun. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Here's a fun idea. If anyone has something hilarious they want Vegeta to say in the chat, put it there, and we'll see if we can get Trevor to say it.
This is a big misuse of power.
It's a great use of power. This is what attracts people to the live streams. How about you, Aaron? What got you involved in the? Or I'm sorry. Should I use names or should I use usernames?
I don't care. I'm not thinking about it. You're fine.
Okay. What about you? What drew, or how'd you get into the series as a VA?
It's kind of a long story, but a long time ago, I saw Alfie was advertising Spider-Man 4, and on a whim, I just tried out for it because I was like, why not? I used to like acting a lot, but I have a lot of stage fright when I am in person on a stage acting. But I've always wanted to get into voice acting. I've always been really into that kind of thing and had an interest in it, but never really did it. So Spidey fell through, but I saw that there was another project coming up, and I'm very anime picky, so I'm actually not a big I know some Dragon Ball, but I'm not like a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, so I wanted to kind of challenge myself and stretch myself, and ended up having a lot of fun. Auditioned for Hawk Girl, got her, ended up doing Mira, had a couple other things come under I'm not going to spoil anything, but had a couple other opportunities. So I'm getting into it now, and I'm glad I did. It's been fun.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I got to voice Darkseid in this, which is super exciting for me, because I heard Alfie's first take on it when he was trying to do Darkseid, and it was just like very distorted. I'm like, let me shoot my shot. Let me go for Darkseid's voice. And I don't think I'm a great actor because I don't have a ton of like vocal range, but I can get my voice very, very deep. And so that was a fun opportunity with just a little bit of effect work on top of it. Super cool. Alfie, Should we save you for last because people didn't quite catch this because nobody stays through the goddamn credits?
How did
Smug-
I get brought into the project?
No. Like, hold on. Let's talk Smug real quick with his voice, since people didn't realize he did have a voice role in
Yeah. It's a small one, just once. I was looking at the video just now because I had forgotten what my lines were. But he just asked me on Twitter, I think, one time, because I've been friends with Alfie for a long time, and we've been working on a bunch of projects together, and he always I think the only thing I really tried out for was in Spider-Man as well. I tried out for the what's his name? I forget his name right now.
That script had too many characters.
Yeah.
And I wonder why I couldn't get it all cast. Yeah, just Spider-Man villain 54.
Yeah, one of the green ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just asked me, and I was like, sure. And if he ever wants to cast me in anything again,
Oh, we will. I've
I'm more
actually
than
got a couple
happy.
of ideas of what I want you to do next.
Little self plug there.
There you go.
Awesome. But yeah, Alfie, why don't you surprise the people who didn't bother to sit through the credits?
Well, I mean, for anyone who knows, I obviously do the narration because, someone has to do all of that. And people don't seem to hate my social British tones. But other than that, whenever I can't get someone in time, I normally have to just wing it and fill in. So when we couldn't find anyone for the villain who's not well known and I had to do it, we ended up going with me for the voice of Rugalzar to kill all Saiyans. So I had to do that.
It's like it adds another level seeing you while that voice emits.
Yeah, so I'm glad people. I was actually really honored because when I did like Ganfir and stuff like that, there was nothing ring. But you guys seem to really like Rogol, which, as trying to revamp and turn that character into like something new and a tuffle and throw in a bit of baby in there. He's mostly inspired by like Hachiak and just his original backstory in the Bendis run. A lot of people were like, when I first showed him, was like, man, Rogol, he sucks. But I'm so happy that we managed to write him in a way and revamp him in a way where you guys liked him, and that's just the best thing we can do when we've reinvigorated a character. So yeah, I'm glad everyone came on to this for bringing their enthusiasm and all of your takes, like every single one of you, including Mr. Co-writer. Always kind of change how I write that character moving forward. Is like Hawkgirl changed and how I wrote her, Mara changed. Yang didn't really have a chance, but again, Smuggy just knocked that out of the park anyway, especially because it was an older voice. And Trevor, how I wrote Vegeta as well changed that. So I'm just really thankful that without you guys, this series would not have had the bit of character in it. It would have just been static talking heads without all of you guys bringing your energy to it. And that goes for all the cast who aren't sadly here, like Goku and Andre who does Laughley's and Killian who did Batman and so on and so forth.
Okay, Trevor, how about Mom, the Saiyans hit me again?
All right. Mom, the Saiyans hit me again! I tried to Gallic gun them, but they said it was a weak attack and didn't belong in this saga. I don't know a new one yet.
This is the best thing ever. I can nerd out on this one all day. And then the other one that was really funny here in the chat as a suggestion was, "You're a goofy goober, Goku."
I can't do that. See, that's the thing. I found out yesterday that the curse of anyone who voices Vegeta has fallen upon me. I can't use it to call him Goku, and also in the case of this, I can't use it to call him Clark.
Really?
Neither one works. It feels wrong. Just, you won't survive this, Clark. It doesn't feel right.
Maybe that could be a funny moment. Is he's deliberately trying to force himself to say it, and he just can't make that a character thing. I don't know, but you're right. It's just you get in that mode, and you just can't betray it. So that's
He is
cool that
strong
you've got that
to
detail.
anything but Kakarot.
I mean, it's a good thing we called him Kakarot Ken.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, totally. All right. Another question we got from the anime noob. This is series related, something I'm interested to talk about. I wonder why. So does Kyle Rayner have his own city to protect? If not, will he be trying to become the new protector of Metropolis? So this is one we can actually answer because it is in the episode. It's just it was getting so long already. We didn't want to like pester the emotional payoffs with like really tiny details. Kyle left Earth at the end.
Wait,
Kyle-
what?
Yeah, Kyle left the planet.
Man. Was not paying close enough attention, evidently.
Everyone, go rewatch it now. And don't skip
Know
the
your
ads.
material.
Yeah, no, Kyle left the Earth. He just, he resurrected all these people. Batman and Kakarot died. He's out in space right now, looking to see if he can resurrect them. That's where Kyle's story kind of leaves off. As we enter the next saga, it's exciting. So that's a fun one we can tease.
Throwing out spoilers just left and right. I did not approve.
Another question we got here is AMX Gaming says, I have questions. So, will this go up to the god forms and such? How will that be handled? Again, we're not going to spoil things. God Key doesn't exist in this universe. So there, you got that. All right, let's see here.
The Great Ape transformation blunts with... Oh, fascinating.
Why Dragon Ball DC and not Dragon Ball Marvel? Hey, Smug, you want to take that one?
Yeah, bud.
Oh. It's because that's my field, baby. I'm the one that's doing that. Go check it out. Episode 2 is out. It's pretty new.
Wait, does he have a voice actor for Vegeta as well? Because if not, I will send you my resume.
I'll take it.
Are we making connections?
I've
We're
been
making
using-
moves here, boys.
I've been using one voice actor for the whole 1-2 years that I've been doing this. So I'm willing to expand out a little more.
I'll give them a big tip of the hat because I can't tell. And I watch your videos quite often. I can't tell that it's the same voice actor all the time. So that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, it's DB
Yeah, he's
University,
really good.
isn't it? Who did also
Yeah.
Beerus for us in Norse Dragon Ball.
Oh, awesome. Let's see here. One MVP, one boy says can wait for new saga. I'm pretty sure he means can't wait, but I'm glad that you can. Oh. Arrow 18, thank you guys for doing the storyline that I love. And Moon from DCA, What If Dragon Ball Was in DC? That was a great story you guys did. Thank you for your efforts, for your acting, and really appreciate. Well, thank you. So happy that people are really, really into this, because this is silly goofiness for Alfie and I, but we're feeding off of all the energy we're getting from people. It's great.
I want to answer this one just because I think it's funny. Someone's just been like, how would you have done What If Goku was in Marvel, Geeks for Fun? And how would you have done What If Goku was in DC, Smugstick Lewis? And I'm just going to add to that for both of us. We would have asked each other to help because that's what we did. We basically did both of them together as is. Any decision he makes in the Marvel videos is exactly what I would have done, or sometimes just something I wouldn't have thought of, because he's a creative genius and he's been doing this a lot longer than I have. So yeah, those two stories in the multiverse of our hyper time where everything is canon. This is canon to the DC multiverse and the Marvel multiverse, and Smugs is canon to the DC multiverse and our Marvel universe, and they could cross over one day. You guys don't know what we've got store for blow your minds.
The real question is, what if Goku was in the Valiant universe?
Oh, there you go.
No one has an answer to that because not enough people read those.
Guilty as charged. I used to do comic reviews, and someone was like, "Why don't you read Valiant comics?" I'm like, "My store doesn't even get them. I'd have to like special request."
You got a library card? They have most of them on the Hoopla app that you can get that most people can get in the US with their library card. Yeah, I'm planning on reading volume 1 of Archer and Armstrong with it.
Hoopla.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
It's what it's called.
Hoopla.
I want to give. I want to take a chance to do some slightly self promotion, but promote someone else. Gianni Perez says, also, we need to congratulate the voice of Larfleeze, who to this day may be my favorite because he was awesome. Yeah, I've known Andre. I've worked with Andre rather a couple times, and he's voiced Larfleeze for me now 3 times. So if you want more Larfleeze, go check out my channel and search for the Larfleeze Christmas special, because I made a motion comic, and it's like 15, 20 minutes of just Andre murdering people as Larfleeze. It's so good. I love that story so much.
I love his Larfleeze. I was telling Alfie the one day. It took me off guard. I didn't expect it when I turned on the video to watch it. I was like, oh my god, who is this? I need to know who this is. I need more of this, because I loved his Larfleeze. That's my favorite part, and all the exchanges with him. The "you hurt my acquaintances" line. Just I was laughing so hard when I had to try to record that. It was fantastic. I loved it.
He's definitely one of the funnest characters to write, and I'm so glad the audience seems to have had that exact same reaction, right? Is like especially this latest video, so many comments being like, when it was just like, oh, it needs a source of love, and then Kyle's like, wait, what who? My Saiyan! It's just really like, I wanted to make sure I edited that pun perfectly, but I almost could have just left it a blank screen, because Andre he makes that role. So all the love, all the Genki sent his way.
Definitely. I want to talk about the background of that, because we realized we kind of wrote ourselves into a corner, because it'd be awkward for both Justice League teams to show up in their individual ships, and we're like, do we really want to pull that trick twice? I'm like, well, we got them over here getting the love entity, and the Star Sapphires do have the power to teleport across the entire universe, galaxies away, and all you need is a love connection. Like, all right, but who on the team is going to have like that kind of connection? Because we're building this whole romance with Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl, and they're already together. And I was like, I've got it. Larfleeze and Goku.
It's the endgame ship. You guys all talking
ship.
about Lady Shiva or Wonder Woman? Nah. He's getting some Larfleeze.
OTP.
There can only be one.
That is my ship. I will die for that ship. I'm telling you. We're gonna do some interesting stuff with those characters in the future. You don't even know. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. People in the comments are like, "Oh, you've awoken these shippers." I'm like, don't you tempt me. I swear I'll do it.
I was I kind of want to talk, because while we're on this thing, Aaron, when I know we've been talking like about like the Hawkgirl and Martian Manhunter thing, and then also you did a really great performance when Mera kind of broke down thinking about Arthur. Are there any future DC romances you'd want to see us play out?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I would like to see maybe some Starfire. Well, if we go traditional DC, I like to see Starfire and Roy. If we're gonna go just DC based, as far as like crossover ships, maybe. Well, we had talked about the one idea. We talked about what should I talk about the idea we discussed, or should I keep that under wraps? I'm not going to spoil anything.
I mean,
I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll just let it go. We have some ideas for different things that could be different ships.
It's Valentine's Day, so I mean, if we're ever gonna reveal that, it probably should be now.
Do it. Rip the Band-Aid. You can't just tease the audience like that.
Go for it.
Okay, well, that's your call. You tell me. So I don't.
I'm telling you.
Okay. We talked about doing some little throwback crossovers by doing a Teen Titans and possibly Pokemon crossover would be a fun idea that we had. So I like to see maybe something with maybe like Brock and one of the Titans, or something that would be kind of a fun crossover with that. Something like really nostalgia based and kind of a fun little, just something that's kind of light and fun and more based in, you know, what we watched growing up and that kind of thing. So I'd like to see something like that. As far as DC ships, I do like DC. I want to see some Harley Ivy. I want to see some of that. And whenever we bring the Sirens in, that's definitely on my top list. Marvel is my main camp, so I'm very much more Marvel.
Smug.
Steeped, but
Here you go.
Are you passing me off?
You said the Marvel thing is like, we've got him right here. Trevor's already left.
Hey, I have not left. I can be on both for this.
He's
Could
by
be a
channel.
There's only one ship going on for this one right now. So.
Jean Grey and Goku. That's an interesting one. I like that one too. I wouldn't have thought of that. I thought it was cool. There's so much of that where I'm like, I don't know if Goku fits as well in the Marvel Universe. And Smug's like, listen, boom. Makes it all work. It's awesome. See here. What's another comment we got? Dang it, I keep losing my place. Okay. How did Lois and Jimmy react to Goku's death? Lois Lane and
Jimmy Olsen.
why can't I remember his last name?
Olsen.
Olsen. Thank you.
Right.
God, where'd that
Fake
come
fan.
from?
You don't remember a Superman character's name on my channel? Get out.
Superman's best pal.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy's obviously heartbroken, but Jimmy is also this is still super recent. Lois had to break the story, and she would have been the one who wrote like a memorial on it. It would have made you cry if we decide to do something like that. But she's also tough. She knows that if he died, he went down for a reason. Kakarot never dies without it on being on his own terms, and that's true with the main series, right? Is Goku never is in that situation unless he chooses it in Dragon Ball. So she would have had that feeling. So she'd be broken up that basically her little brother got taken out, but she mostly just want to keep fighting in his name and keep Metropolis safe, especially because Lex Luthor's upcoming presidential campaign is going to be a massive threat, not just to Metropolis, but the entire country and the world. So she's got a plate full. Jimmy will probably be going across all of the multiverse trying to find and save Kakarot, fighting all kinds of demons and monsters and fourth dimensional beings that consume time and rewrite reality, and then he'll be back and enter a cross-dressing competition, and then after that he'll go and open up a lemonade store that will invite Gorilla Grodd to be able to take it and control the minds of the people, which he'll then have to stop. So Jimmy's got a pretty full agenda at the moment, so I don't know, he'll be alright.
Got it. Classic Olsen then.
Classic Olsen. That's just Wednesday.
That's just Jimmy's Wednesday. Yep. All right. Gianni Perez says, I'm still salty about the Superboy lie, but it's understandable. You like that we lied to you. You love it.
How did you guys feel about that?
Yeah, it's good time to talk about it.
It was an interesting twist. I legitimately was not expecting Masako to show up in this series. I thought that you were going to just stick with, okay, I will have our canon Goku be abridged Goku, and we will have our Goku from non-canon sound more like canon Goku. And I thought that was just going to be it, but no, you went further beyond.
If I just have to ask Masako, and he's such a lovely dude who he's completely down for it, and we've talked a little bit about what his take on Gohan / Superboy is gonna be, and yeah, you guys should just be really excited. It's gonna be like nothing he's done before, because this is gonna be a completely different take. I said, if you've seen the art that I posted on Twitter, go follow us on Twitter, by the way, it's in the description. It's not going to be like anything. It's going to change your perspective of what that character can be. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be crazy. You know, usual comic book salesman talk.
Definitely.
my biggest thing that I had an expectation for going into the Entity Saga itself that I'm a little bit disappointed never happened was that we sort of skipped Blackest Night and went straight into Brightest Day. I wanted a Black Lantern Nappa.
Ah,
I-
everyone was talking about that too. There's like one suggestion that I did think was like, man, I'm a hack because this is cool. Of like someone like did like Necron's voice and was like, Planet Vegeta, rise. And I was like, okay, that would have been really fucking dope. But nope, we're not doing it. We like committed to a thing, and honestly, the thing is, we kind of went into Brightest Day, but really we just skipped over the part of Brightest Day that should have been Brightest Day, in my opinion, if I'm going to nerd out and get all comic booky here.
Please do.
It honestly annoyed the hell out of me in the Brightest Day event that it had basically nothing to do with Green Lantern and the characters, and the Green Lantern Brightest Day story is all this stuff with like the entities, and I'm like, okay, well, those technically all predate everything that Johns did in the comics. So we can retcon them in earlier in the timeline and do this thing. So Blackest Night will still happen, but it's not going to be a Saiyan-centric story. It's going to remain a Green Lantern-centric story in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that's
it's just one of those things as well, is we don't want to just do retellings of things that have already, you can buy the Blackest Night trade, right? Is you can read that story. And we're not really going to act as if we can improve or change that. The only reason why the Saiyan Saga has the same name and is structurally the same is A, because it's the only arc we have that has the same villains as that story. And Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz aren't really going to change how they operate when they invade a planet. And B, that was a fun experiment to really live up to the premise of that's the most Dragon Ball meets DC crossover we ever got, because it was literally the Justice League fights Saiyans. And we thought that'd be a fun way to open it and get people into it. But once we did that, we just want to go and move original stories. A lot of people are comparing Namek to the Entity Saga, and you're right, it's kind of there, and we have to go revive our friends by exploring the universe and fight the killer of the Saiyans. But once you dive a little deeper, is Rogolzar is nothing like Frieza, the entities are nothing like the Dragon Balls, and we don't just go fuck around on one planet, we go to many planets in multiple groups, and everyone gets a moment. There are no Bulmas in this story, where Bulma had a great arc at the beginning, but then didn't really get to do much on Namek. We wanted to get every single person to fall in love with on the Justice League here, and hopefully, I think we did a good job with that. I don't know, I can't speak for the audience.
Yeah, I really do hope that people liked what we were able to deliver. And based on the responses we've seen, like, we all joke about like, the kind of like, this comment, or oh, here's someone that hates it. And we do still occasionally get like a hater in the comments or whatever. People can like what they like, dislike what they want, but just the overwhelmingly positive response to the Entity Saga in the Entity Saga finale in the comments really, really surprised me. I saw exactly 3 people complain, and I think 1 or 2 of them retracted their complaints after like a reply, which is just like, oh, that was cool.
The one complaint I can't stand in the comments that drives me nuts is about the audio recording, the quality. I hate when people comment that. It drives me insane. And I know that our recordings aren't always like top notch because we don't have the equipment, but we don't have the equipment because we're not professional voice actors. It drives me nuts. I sit there.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Listen. We're not all. I mean, I got a microphone now. That's better. But I know that like a lot of these actors, we don't have the capacity. We don't have, a boom. We don't have a mic. We don't have all this stuff that it takes. We'll get there. We're getting there slowly, but keep that in mind, because I used to bitch about that for like 5 minutes straight. Whenever I saw a comment, I just internally go off like, listen, we're not paid for that. Like, I mean, it's a fun hobby and I love it and we're getting there, but please keep in mind when you comment stuff like that, we're trying, but it's not something we can immediately rectify.
No, absolutely. And I mean, I'm just going to use this. hey, we have a Patreon that we're trying to use to distribute to people that are involved in the project so they can maybe afford to do stuff like upgrade their equipment. So if you want to go to Patreon and make the project better,
It's in the
What a
description.
good little plug.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Exactly. Also, speaking of financial resources questionably obtained on copyrighted material, Shortbeard has donated $2 saying Paragus has invaded your stream. Much love to you all. Thank you so much, sir. That's very nice of you.
You did excellent as Paragus as well, so we'd love to have you in one of these streams as well and bring you in for other characters because you're also in our DB Norse. So thank you very much for that donation, bud.
Yeah, thanks so. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. One of the questions I saw that I thought was really interesting was, do you have a favorite saga yet, or are you just excited for the next one? Dude, I'm excited for the saga that's like 3 or 4 sagas away.
We have planned to the end, and all of it is just, I want it now.
I'm excited for the next one.
There's nothing we've planned or written that's just like, oh, we're just doing this because we have to. Every single scene, we always try like, but would this bitch be the best? Would this, imagine if we did this and then this happened. It's just like a bunch of kids talking on the playground, but we're fucking grown-ass men talking over Skype. And now we share it with our audience and also our helpless actors who will get to record all of this fanficky hokiness.
It's a dream.
Yay.
It really is.
Oh, it's so nice of you guys to say. I'm so worried. Like whenever I ask a voice actor, like, "Hey, you want to do this fan project thing with me?" Well, I was so worried. They're like, fucking, when's the real work gonna come? Stupid fan stuff. And I'm glad that you guys are passionate about it. It's so cool.
I'm gonna start doing that now. I'm gonna start complaining every time. Be like, nope, not doing this. For you, $200.
Youch. That is steep.
That's below industry. That's below union standard. You should up your rates.
Thank you very much.
Don't
As
tell
the
them about
only
the union,
female in this
Trevor.
series.
I have goals.
If the unions knew about DBDC, they'd shut us down.
FBI's watching. Be careful.
No, actually, this is a great opportunity to plug. You should also consider joining the Discord if you haven't yet, because we got our own memes. We got Bernie Broly. That's a new DBDC Discord meme.
I need to start paying more attention to the Discord. This seems absurd.
Oh yeah, I did a Photoshop of it and everything. It's beautiful.
Ah.
It's just good stuff. Okay. Anyway, what's another question? Well, anyone else does anyone else in the voice chat have a favorite saga so far?
I am actually very much looking forward to the saga after this, having gotten a brief glimpse of it. But
Yeah, I feel that one too. I definitely have the same feeling. I'm very excited for the next chapter here. It'll be a lot of fun.
The Sand Saga is my favorite so far.
Oh,
Honestly,
it is a good one.
There's just some moments there that pissed me off when I watched it. I was like, this motherfucker really did this. Like, he really doing this. I freaked out enough about it. But it's just getting better and better. But those first few moments, I was like, I can't believe this is going on. They really did this to my boy.
Oh man, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. It's awesome. Okay. Okay, so my question was a spoiler type question. So I'd like to ask was if Zenkais are in this and just have not been mentioned. They are actually directly named in the Saiyan saga. I believe it's a Raditz line, if I'm not mistaken. But Zenkais are 100% in this, and that is basically how Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz got on the Justice League's level. So we'll go ahead and move on. Will there be a time skip in the next saga? Is that too spoilery, or do you think it's worth talking about, Alfie?
All I will say is that where we are now, if you want to look at it in terms of DC Comics, like the actual timeline, right, of like current comics, we're currently a couple years behind that. But because we're a fan series and we're trying to merge the styles of DC and Dragon Ball, let's just say we're going to be a little closer to how Dragon Ball handles the passage of time rather than DC's kind of static passage of time.
All right, Mr. Gozi, who's a Discord member, thanks for coming to the stream. What exactly got you guys to start creating the series and other series on your channel?
Well,
You want to take that one?
basically, I've always just, if you want to know the real answer for this specifically, it was toxic fandom. It was me being on Twitter, being in Discords, just being on YouTube, and being a fan of DC Comics and Dragon Ball, and trying to have both of them in my life and really just express fandoms and being involved in those communities. And I always felt kind of like meek and disappointed whenever I was in like a Dragon Ball chat or a DC chat. Whenever the comparisons came up or the versus battles, like the death battle, Goku versus Superman, whenever it came up, it would always be the Dragon Ball fans would just annihilate that Superman's a bad character, we hate him, we think he's crap, he's OP, and the Superman fans would crap on Goku and say, oh my god, it's that weeb stuff, we don't watch that. It was just like, and I was just like, guys, it's just comics and just from different parts of the world. You should be celebrating the different styles. How cool would it be if they learned from each other? Like, imagine a Superman movie or a Superman cartoon that had the fighting styles of Dragon Ball. Imagine a Dragon Ball story that brought in like top tier Superman writers like Grant Morrison or something. That'd be crazy. All of this just got me thinking of like, why don't we do it? Because freaking my friend Smugstick over there is making what if videos. And I really liked his format, so it kind of get me the things about I can't make an animated series. I can't make if I published it on a fan fiction, it probably wouldn't get that much exposure. So it was like, well, why don't I just use like RPG style text boxes to portray? Because again, you play Pokemon, you play Dragon Quest, you play Attack of the Saiyans even, which was the main inspiration, and they show the cutscenes fine enough, even if it's not animated. So I was like, well, I can do that with PNGs, and it kind of just spiraled from there. I brought in Ian more after I started getting more and more detailed into it, and that's when the story really started getting refined. And then after that point, when I decided I wanted voice acting, it just became its whole different beast that, I mean, there's nothing else like it on YouTube. There are things which are similar, but there's nothing that is exactly how we do DBDC. And I'm really proud of it, and I'm really proud of how it's done. It's obviously, as a result, it's why it takes so long to make these. But I hope, if there is an answer for why I want to do this, it was shortly just wanting to promote some unity between comic and anime fans, because all of you are great, and if I can convert some anime fans to check out the comics, great. If I show some comics fans to check out an anime or two, fantastic. That's really my main jumpstart.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool, like, as you get friends from like different backgrounds and stuff, because they have a tendency to kind of like pull you into things. And so like, I'm not really much of an anime guy, but like Alfie's exposed me to a lot of things, and I've gotten kind of back into some that I used to watch when I was like a teenager, through just, seeing that positivity in it. Because for a while I had, not to get too personal, but I had like a toxic relationship with someone who was like ridiculously into the anime community and stuff in like a really negative way. So it felt really nice to find a better environment to approach it in by just hanging out and talking with Alfie and getting more involved with this and interacting with y'all in the comments and stuff. Jason Campbell says, I didn't want to say anything, but I kind of guessed Superboy was named Gohan, so now I can say looking forward to the Superboy Gohan arc. Yeah, we got some really cool plans for Superboy. So, looking forward to writing it, man. Or actually, hey, we could reveal this, I guess. The next saga's all written. We just gotta edit the last script, so that's cool.
There you go.
Optimus Prime says, let's see if I can do this. Wonder Woman has a voice like silk.
Well, she's not here right now, but I'm sure Sarah would very much appreciate that. I'll pass that on.
Let's see here. Do we get to see future Trunks? Again, too spoilery. Anything is possible. It is called Saiyans in DC after all.
Wait, hold on. Why on earth would there be a child named after Pants in this world? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, Vegeta's right. It's stupid.
Yep. Yep.
If there's going to be anyone coming back from the past that has my bloodline, it will be Vegeta the Fifth. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. It's gonna be Vegeta the Fifth.
Fucking spoken. Anyway,
That's funny. Actually, it's worth mentioning. Someone wrote like a cool little like what if within the what if on the Discord. I believe they posted it publicly, so you can go check out what if Trunks was in DBDC. I think it was called. It was a really meta cool script, so you can go check that out if you really want Trunks in the DBDC universe. Random Tony says, "Keep it up with the amazing script. Love your work on the whole project. Can't wait for the future. P.S. Love the Vegeta and Larfleeze voices. Good job, guys. Hey, people like what we do. Trevor, they love you. They really love you.
They don't even realize that I'm more. I am not just a Vegeta. I'm also the guy who's in space.
Yeah,
Kyle
I'm the guy who's back from the dead.
And Nappa. And also, freaking, we got the ship on here as well. We got Martian Manhunter and Hawkgirl. So there's that, which I'm glad there wasn't a lot of objection to that from the comments from what I've seen, because that is kind of a wacky ship, but that's why I liked it more. I know normally there's the reaction to like Jon Stewart or just Hawkman himself, but I don't know. I always thought it was, when I read it in the current Justice League run, I always thought it was a really cool idea to have Kendra meet someone who was her age, but just not like he hadn't had multiple lives. She's just an immortal in a different sense, but they're both much older than they appear and much wiser and much more emotionally damaged. And Kendra's got such a thick skin that it would take a mind reader to kind of break down her walls. So I guess I'll just throw this to you guys. Maybe Trevor, you can start, and Aaron, whatever you want to respond, is how did you guys feel about recording that kind of dialogue? Did you interpret their relationship in a different way? Did you think it came across naturally, or what's your thoughts?
Well, in my case, I'm not entirely, I'm 99% certain that I'm somewhere on the asexual spectrum on this stuff, so it was a fun acting exercise for me for that. And yeah, it was cute. I liked it. I enjoyed being able to have heartfelt emotion in a voice that I was shamelessly ripping off of a much better performer from Justice League Unlimited.
I kind of saw it coming a little bit in the script. I saw where it was going. I saw that it was kind of going that direction, so I was prepared for it. So it wasn't a huge shock to me when I saw the final installment. I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna do this. I liked it. I thought it was pretty organic. It didn't seem like it was too forced. I really like doing stuff like that. As someone who used to do RP writing a lot, I like the little shippy stuff. I like doing scenes with other people that are more intimate. So that was something that I enjoyed just recording and doing.
There you go. I'm glad that worked. And again, it's something you don't get in Dragon Ball proper. Like Toriyama has said, he's not very good at romance, even though I think he is. It's just he doesn't show those moments. He doesn't show the moments where it's like the breaking down, touching things, like just being able to have that like brink of death confession, which is a very DC thing, and I think it's fun to pair those because you've got that happening in the middle of a Dragon Ball Z beam struggle, so it's like it's the best of both worlds.
Alfie loves his mindscapes.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny too. I ended up doing both Mira and Hawkgirl because they're both different ends of the spectrum. They were kind of similar in a way, but they're both different ends of the spectrum that way. And it was kind of therapeutic in a way because I was going through my own stuff. So having that to channel that into was actually kind of therapeutic and fun in a way. It was a good way to blow off steam, especially as Mira. She was the one that was really fun to do.
Destroyed everyone.
I was about there in real life, so that was a welcome. I spent a good hour screaming those lines across the house, and it paid off. So that was something that I definitely enjoyed. And I felt that was very on brand for her too.
Red and Violet are right next to each other.
Aw. That's a good point.
We knew that when we wrote it. Yes, genius.
Yeah, exactly that. The Comic Platypus has donated $2. Thank you so much. And
you.
I don't know, Alfie. This is a question I'll let you be the judge, jury, and executioner on. Can you reveal the name for the next arc?
Lewis, what do you think? You're just quiet, so I'm just gonna ask you to make this big decision.
Dang. Well, no, I think you should keep it a surprise.
All right, I'm keeping it a surprise. Fuck you, Ian.
Okay. I don't know. I left it
Sorry.
I left it in your capable hands. No, I mean, I agree. Surprises are awesome.
Why everyone take this moment in the comments to guess.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Oh man, okay.
You'll find out the answer next time on Dragon Ball DC.
Dun, 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 dun.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit. Dragon Ball DC abridged when? Right now, Trevor, do everybody's voice.
If we go back to... I am hilarious and you will quote everything I say.
I can't take this.
I am so angry all of the time. I'm going to kill you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and especially you, Nappa. See? There. I am Trevor Wilson, playing Nick Landis, playing Chris Sabat. It's actorception.
There you have it. We've officially reached that point in the stream.
Oh man, it's so good.
I've wanted to do that for months.
Okay, I'm gonna skip around in the chat a little bit because I've been mostly toward the top, but I've been ignoring all the good questions. My question to the characters on Sans and DC: will Raditz and Nappa be villains of Kakarot, who I have the impulse of calling him Hans for some reason, or will they become part of the Justice League? Can't answer that. Sorry, just can't tell you what our future plans are. The Saiyans were resurrected, and Hal Jordan was like, round 2, and killed them both. That's what happened.
Just be happy. Too. Y'all asking what's gonna happen next. Y'all should just be on your knees praising the sun for Geek for Fun, because you came at me hard when I killed off Raditz, and I brought him back. So I'm asking for 20k likes on every video because
no one says anything when they kill off Nappa.
Exactly right, and Nappa was the one who was redeemable.
I like Nappa.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose it can be present tense now because he's alive again. I like Nappa.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's kicking around in his booty shorts.
It's funny when like someone does a little bit of a prediction just based on speculation, because of course there are only so many ideas, and so seeing people in the comments go, well, I mean, if they're trying to bring everybody back, they might end up inadvertently bringing back Nappa and Raditz. And I was like, shit, they know.
They're on to us.
Those ones are fun. Anytime we see those, I take a screenshot and I send it to Alfie and I say, they know. Larfleeze and Kakarot, the best ship in the universe. Yes, someone gets it. Admit this series is also your excuse to share your favorite fan ships. Yeah, that's like 90% of the series. You don't even understand yet.
I have a question.
What's up?
This is solely based off of my own personal favorites in the DC universe. There are two characters that I would like to ask if they will ever make an appearance. You can lie to my face and say they will, and I will only die a little bit inside. Will there be an appearance by either Rotlop Fan, the F-sharp bell, or Space Cabbie?
You like Rotlop Fan?
I think it's a fun concept. I haven't actually read most of the comics that he's appeared in, but I like
Trevor,
the idea.
You don't understand. You play Carl Rayner, you play Vegeta, and now you just say you like Rotlop Fan. Ian's gonna ditch his wife and marry you.
1 second, please. Wrapped in cords.
You don't get it, man. What you've just signed on for.
Dude, Trevor, you are like my boyfriend now. I have a Rotlop Fan action figure. He broke. But
I didn't even know they made those.
Dude, I don't even know what that is.
Green Lantern movie. But no, you don't even understand, Trevor. I'm about to make your fucking night. I made an hour and change long Rotlop Fan main character audio drama.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't do too much self-plugging, but Green Lantern Ring of Victory. If anyone wants to go see that, yeah, it's an hour and like 9 minutes, I want to say. So you can go just enjoy that. Rotlop Fan is one of my favorite, like, just weird Green Lantern concepts. He's for those that don't know, he's technically not a Green Lantern because he comes from a region of space where there's no starlight, so his species doesn't have eyes, so they never invented the concept of light or green. So he's an F-sharp bell. It's beautiful and I love it. And yeah,
I'm so glad I don't have work anymore for tomorrow because I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, good. I'm so glad. Please leave like all the comments. That video is criminally underwatched.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, so Space Cabbie?
Space Cabbie when, Alfie?
No.
Dang it.
but yeah.
I was prepared to do a Patton Oswalt voice for it and everything.
You're of a boy's happening. So that's that. I don't mind saying that because again, it's just I think the moment in this was past. I couldn't in my wildest dreams have imagined the coincidences of attracting the only other Rotlop fan in the universe, getting him on the stream. Oh boy. He's also Vegeta. Again, I can't write this. I legitimately can't write this. It is blowing my mind how just the universe seems to want us to happen. In terms of something else with interesting thing I saw in the, just because I want to mention, because we posted some art for this. Someone mentioned Cassandra Cain and Goku because there is a really great fan art by Nexus Mania, which I commissioned, which I've posted on my Twitter, of Cassandra Cain training with Goku.
It's the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life.
I'm so happy.
I love that image so much.
I will say Cassandra Cain is already born. She's already around. She's already Batgirl. She's not Goku's daughter. But in future, there's going to be a very, very interesting dynamic between those two. And Cassandra will be a very big character in the DBDC story going forward. So
wait, she's that. Batgirl?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I thought she was like a street thief or something. Sorry.
I've gotten used to her going by Orphan instead. So yeah, it's nice to see you go back to the Batgirl.
I just prefer the Batgirl outfit. I think it looks cool.
That's fair. It's a really cool outfit.
It's the best Batgirl outfit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, jump around a little bit more. I
think I actually saw a Marvel question for Smoke. Yeah, here it is. So I'm going to ask this to you, Lewis.
All right.
With this Goku being maybe a little bit more civilized, how badly will Jean Grey disappearing affect Goku?
Well, he's pretty devastated, I gotta tell you. Um, but not only because of Jean, because of course that's like his best friend aside from Peter Parker. But Goku has realized at this point in the series that the Marvel world, the Marvel universe, has been changing a lot around him. There's a brand new team of X-Men. They've had a lot more connections with the with space. You know, the Fantastic Four are the main heroes of New York. Um, you know, there's a brand new team of Avengers running around. So there's a lot of changes going on around Goku, and he's realized that he isn't really keeping up with that. And the ultimate thing that made him realize, oh, I need to do more about everything, is Jean. What basically in Goku's mind, he kind of failed, and ultimately Jean was the one that had to step up. And that shows Goku that he needs to do a lot more training, to rely a lot more on other people, and just be more of a hero by choice rather than consequence. Because he's really been pushed into the hero role as of now more than choosing it. So yeah, basically he's been affected in a way that he just realizes he needs to be a lot more proactive in the world, and he's gonna do his best to try to bring Jean back.
And that's something we discussed as well, isn't it? About just similar, because both of those, when we write these characters, we want to make them a little bit different, but we still want to keep them like the heart of Goku, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, absolutely.
logically, you put Goku in the regular any superhero universe, he's just not gonna fit that mold. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes that the main superheroes would call him out on in a way that isn't working in Dragon Ball. So Marvel and DC have a lot of differences, but one common theme with Goku is he, in both of them, he has to learn that there's a greater responsibility when you're in a world where the casualties can't be brought back as easily than it is in Dragon Ball, where he's kind of desensitized to death a little bit. So I'm really glad that's like the running theme through both our things, and I'm curious to see as we go further how that kind of splits, because it will split, because there's going to be events in DBDC that just can't affect Goku that will happen in Dragon Ball Marvel. So I'm really excited to see when eventually, if these guys ever do cross over, when they're on like an equal playing field, they very well might fight, because there might be like a massive fundamental difference. So I'm really excited
Me
to
too.
show you all the
Me
Dragon
too.
Ball
because
Amalgam
again,
Universe.
yeah, our Gokus, our babies are still very much early days, Smug especially. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot more story planned, and there's a lot more. You think Batman dying and then fucking the planet exploding around him, trapping him to die was bad. I'm gonna just hurt everyone's souls more and more and more.
Awesome. That's what we live for, is just torture people.
Are you not writers?
We got some guesses for the next saga here. What names could be? And then as I say that, I lose it. Okay. The Superboy Gohan arc, or just Superboy arc, Doom War, Dragon Ball DC False Heroes, the War World arc, Superman arc. A lot of people seem to think we're gonna do Reign of the Supermen, and we've said it a lot in streams. We might need to just announce it in a video at some point. But everything from now on is gonna be pretty original stories that like have references and moments and stuff, but there's not going to be anything that's one to one from this point forward.
We're just fully
Man.
original stories, and I think all the actors are excited to do that, because there's you guys are going to be able to do takes on these characters that have never been voiced in terms of just what they get to say, and I'm excited to hear what you'll be able to bring those moments to life, rather than just like, again, like Trevor, when you were in the Saiyan saga, you were still very different than main Vegeta. I think I kind of do want to talk about this because we've never have of being familiar with Vegeta. How did you feel about basically playing the opposite of him, where he was ashamed of Saiyan pride because he'd basically been Frieza never broke him, but Darkseid broke Vegeta's pride and he had to re-find it. How did you feel about playing that version of the character as opposed to mainline DBZ Vegeta?
Well, I found it actually a very easier way for me to slide in as that, because one of the things I really enjoy doing is finding aspects of myself that relate to different characters, and I don't know if you guys have picked up on this, but for the most part, I am not the most prideful of people. I can occasionally toot my own horn for PR's sake more so than anything else, but yeah, no, I very often am just focusing on the bigger fishes out there who are much better than me and are doing a significantly better job and thinking, oh, I'll never be that. So that of it basically being Vegeta looking up at Darkseid and going, oh, I'll never beat that, is a very good way for me to get into that. And I'm very glad that that was how I got to start out. And then gradually up the ante until I got to loudly yell Gallic Gun before I realized how to actually do that without harming my mic.
I mean, that's a beautiful way to put it, man. I kind of figured some of it, but just hearing you say it out there just makes it real. I'm just like, that's probably why that performance remains some of my favorite Vegeta things ever. And like we wrote the dialogue, but you just completely transformed it by making it real. And I still go back to like Smug, you said the Saiyan saga is your favorite. I'm like, I was like, oh well, we've improved the Entity saga as well. And like, the moment I look back at individual scenes, I'm like, that Vegeta moment where he's just standing over Kakarot as like, die a proud Saiyan warrior. I'm just like, oh, okay. You fucking, that's a moment for just showing the straight difference of just how far we've changed as character. And I'm interested to see how you take him forward. As like, again, it's going to be a lot different than mainline because he doesn't have a Bulma. He's got a very different relationship with Goku. It's just going to be interesting, and I'm very curious what the comments are going to think about us. Will, by the end of it, will we have people saying, you know what, this is my favorite version of Vegeta? Will we have people saying that? Which I'll toot your horn no matter what you say. You're not prideful. I take my pride that I put into you, man, because you fucking rock harder than anyone I've heard rocked before. That's just the best. So take it, all of it goes there. I'll be extra prideful for your sake, doubly so.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm more so just looking forward to, as you go on with Dragon Ball DC and the other incredible projects that you put out, just as I continue to voice Vegeta in some of those, just the whiplash occasionally from going from a closer to canon Vegeta, like in, say, potentially Dragon Ball Norse if I show up, or other projects that may be in the future, to comparatively Dragon Ball DC Vegeta, where it's just, to quote the late, great Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and paraphrase it a bit, is that me? Is that me more romantically fulfilled than me? I'll freaking kill me!
I need to draw that art now.
I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
That's such a good image.
Oh man. People are mentioning in the chat. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know why my camera's bugging out. It's you figure out streaming. I swear I don't know. Victor Martinez says, "Are you guys ever going to add Caulifla and kale?"
Again, it's Valentine's Day. Aaron, do you want to talk on that?
Why are you making me do all the reveals?
Because we want to know about the alternate universe lesbian Saiyans. Go on.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently, as well as being token girl fill-in, I am token lesbian touter of any ships. Apparently, no. Yes, we are bringing in Caulifla. That'll be a fun one to do. I don't want to say too much, but yes, we are bringing them in. They are coming up. I am really excited to see this take on her because it'll be very, very different than what you're used to. But I am excited. Oh, spoiler alert! It's me. So I am voicing her. So hopefully, I do a good job. But I am trying to bring something very, very different to her. But I want to still retain a lot of her abrasiveness. Alfie actually came to me and said, "We want you to do this," and I listened to her and I was like, "Is that an insult?" Because based on what you were telling me, I was like, "Is that an insult or is it a compliment?" So I do want to. I am excited to do this and see where it goes and kind of build on this concept. So short answer is yes, but I can't say too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I will
gosh.
say, next to Laughley's, this version of Khalifa has been my favorite character to write. I can't keep a straight face with the dialogue. It's just, I can't wait to hear it. I just can't wait to hear it. And then Sarah, Paper Warrior, who is our lovely, lovely Wonder Woman, will also be doing Kale. So you'll get the pair, you'll get the lesbians will be freed.
Free the lesbians.
Free the lesbians, hashtag, it's Valentine's Day. So you'll get that, and if you go over to our Twitter once again, you'll be able to see what they look like, at least within Khalifa's case. And then if enough people go up with that and say, "Hey, I was from the stream," then maybe I'll post Kale, but if not, then screw you guys, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to rip that from my
Go leave the comments. I haven't even seen Kale yet. I haven't even seen Kale yet, and I helped pick the design. What the shit? Why are you holding out on me?
to get that reaction. Exactly.
How many Saiyans am I Prince of now?
Well, I mean, does AUs count? I'm not sure. I think you gotta watch your.
Do we have Kaba?
Maybe.
Because I know Tarble's dead and
Tarble's your surrogate, Kara.
Rip Tarble, I guess.
Rip Tarble in chat.
Stain on my boot. Sorry about that.
Jesus, it's like terrifying. It's like suddenly he's possessed by a demon, literally.
No, that's the other way around. That's my normal voice. This is the demon.
Oh, okay, thanks.
British
That's
demon.
I'm gonna be honest, that checks out. I'm having to take in so much of that. I can't remember the chemical name specifically, but the one that makes your voice deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, normally, hold on, let me just. Okay, there we go. See, this is what I normally sound like anyway. I have to take in so much of that stuff, and it's not good for your throat. But people want a good Vegeta.
This is what we make them go for. I've actually been given smug stick supplements as well to make sure he stays as hot as he does. Because if he stops dropping, then I'm gonna have to just cut him from his channel. Just take over.
Jeez.
We have a hashtag free the lesbians now.
Hashtag free the lesbians.
Yes.
yes.
I'm stealing
I
your
love
girl,
them.
Alfie. I'm stealing your girl.
Look, I think at this point, you girls just go. I'm just gonna fucking have my fan fiction and cry.
It's okay. It's okay. I got Alfie. We're fine.
Ian, I've got
Okay.
my harem here.
Oh, I didn't want to spoil her part too much. I didn't want to talk too much about Kale because I don't want to talk for her while she's not here to give anything away. But we're excited for it. We've been talking about it privately a little bit, so we're excited to hashtag free the lesbians. I'll have to tell her about this too. Enjoy that. Can I answer a question real quick that I saw?
Yeah, go for it.
I saw Gianni Perez ask me, how did it feel to play a badass queen along with a badass Egyptian legend? I grew up watching Justice League when I was little, so I have been watching Hawk Girl for a very, very long time. That was one of my first things that I watched religiously was the Justice League show on Cartoon Network. So even though that was Shira, I still kind of drew some inspiration from that version of her. Even though I was playing Kendra, I still kind of pulled some inspiration from that. As far as Mira, that was a lot of fun because I like my strong abrasive women. I like that little trope, if no one could tell. So it was fun to play Mira. And like I said, a lot of what originally these were supposed to be small roles, or I thought they were small roles, and they kind of expanded. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was after the fact. But I got a lot more lines than I thought I was going to. So it was fun to expand them The Red Lantern was a lot of fun with Mira. That was definitely one of my favorite things to record in this saga for sure. So I really enjoyed it. I am looking forward to playing more different characters. I want to really get a really different array of stretching myself. So I love doing it. I did 2 kind of badass tough girls, but I'm looking to kind of expand as I go along here and do different kinds of women. So
Also, if I may please, briefly.
Oh, go for it.
Thank you, Shortbeard, in the chat for saying what it was. Sulfur hexafluoride. I had to take another dose of it and to get my voice back down here again.
Good. I'm
It's just a
sure
bunch
the
of
shipments are getting to you okay, because I mean, if they don't, I'm gonna have to.
Oh no,
gonna have
I'm
to
getting
cut
them.
ya.
I'm getting them from a local chemical plant.
Good.
It's fine.
Good. Because I mean, we gotta make sure the ship keeps running. Because if not, well.
I got some good ones back to back here that I think is really fun. The exact same suggestion. How would Bizarro Vegeta sound like?
Okay, that's tough because
Geek, write a line for Bizarro Vegeta.
no, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
All right. Me love you, Kakarot.
Okay, and I just gotta find a voice to it that is as diametrically opposed to Vegeta as Bizarro is to Superman. Me love you, Kakarot. It is light. It is airy. It still has a bit of a resonance with the gravel, but it is basically. If we don't have actual Kaba, if there's no actual Kaba, then Bizarro Vegeta has the physique.
There you go.
No, Bizarro Vegeta would be like Broly physique, like huge.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that checks out. Just with the really high voice.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. Or let's say like me am janitor of no Saiyans. So like the least Vegeta thing I can think of.
Me am peasant of no Saiyan.
Pretty great.
Oh man. Let's see here.
Palette cleanse fist.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It isn't a fist. It's a beam. It's just what he has instead of the Gallic gun. I'm explaining the joke.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. If I worry, see, this is why I have no faith in myself. Because I will say a joke and then immediately say the explanation and then say that I'm explaining the joke. So it all goes full circle.
Well, dude, I'm just gonna, in that case, I'm just gonna laugh at every single thing you say wholeheartedly.
Please don't.
But
Please
man,
don't.
I just want to make you feel. I just want to make you love me, man. I just want to make you feel good.
I do, for the most part. I'm actually fairly okay with myself.
Awesome. That's all what I like to hear. We're having no sad boys or sad girls in this Discord chat. Otherwise,
Woo!
Dad for fun is gonna have to kick in.
Dad for fun. What it feels like.
$2 donation from Shortbeard saying, "Me am least humble Saiyan peasant."
Me am peasant of no vegetables. Oh, sorry. I ruined it. I apologize.
To make up for that, find us another question.
Okay,
Me
fine.
live on planet Beef.
That's good.
Let's see here. Will Super Saiyan or will Superboy Gohan be even smarter because Lex is his father?
I mean, Lex Luthor is the smartest person on Earth by a decent margin. So if he's involved with anyone, and Gohan's already pretty smart in mainline, and that's when Goku and Chi-Chi are his parents, and like they're not winning any awards. So yeah, that's a decent deduction. Maybe that's got a lot of truth to it.
He's only the smartest because I'm not there.
Let's see here. Uh, what other franchises do you guys think of ingesting into DC? I suggest '07 Ghosts, Pandora Hearts, and My Hero. Now, My Me Otome. I don't know what that is. I don't know
I
what any
saw a
of
thing
those
in the
are.
Discord earlier that honestly I think I would really love to see of just the Green Lanterns in Gurren Lagann.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
I
fun.
I want I want just Hal Jordan and Kyle Rayner buddy cop thing in in a crazy world where nothing makes sense.
In a world that is entirely
And
powered by how much you believe you can do something.
yes, and they both have an advantage because Hal is Will, but Kyle knows anime.
Exactly. I mean, that's we kind of got some Lagann vibes between Carl being the Simone and Goku and Batman both kind of being Kamina, like two halves of Kamina. Is
And they
Goku's
both
like
die.
yeah, Goku's like the light-hearted version, and then Batman's kind of like the true kind of figure that he's at first at odds with. Given that, then I'll just ask you because we've gotten a lot of Vegeta questions. How did you feel about Kyle's arc in this? Did you consider your performance when you were reading it, how it all got resolved, and you, in kind of low-key sort of way, being the main character of the Entity Saga?
I loved it. It was great. I'm very glad that I got to use something closer to my normal voice as a frequently occurring character. And yeah, it was very fun. And it didn't wind up being in there, but I did send a quote unquote blooper reel of me just doing a bunch of Lantern quotes for each character that I voice. I had to make up the White Lantern one because there isn't one for it. So I made up a White Lantern chant for Kyle because I really enjoyed that character's whole thing.
I'll have to send that to Ian. I completely forgot that I had that after I edited it because I was just like, well, it's too long for the bloopers, and I'll probably throw that in when I do the movie cut at the end.
Yeah, I'm excited
Nice.
for the movie cut of the Entity Saga because we get to just add some other stuff since like it's already going to be over 2 hours long. I think.
That's gonna be the actual movie.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it's just so crazy to think about how much content there is of it already. Which I'm really surprised and I'm very grateful to the people watching the videos and commenting and liking and all that stuff because I just I was always told like YouTube videos don't go over 50 minutes and like it won't help the views or whatever. And yet, Entity Saga finale is almost an hour long and it grew faster than anything else besides the first two episodes, which is so crazy.
So you guys been killing it.
Yeah, no, I mean seriously, thanks so much for all the hype around the series. It's great. Crimson Heart. This is a guy from the Discord. He's the modder that joined the Discord. Did the Biggetti Star Goku for based on Smug's What If, and
My baby boy.
yeah, and he's working for a while. There's technical difficulties, I believe, but a Xenoverse mod of DBDC Goku. Wondering if you should do SSJ2 and 3, and I'm just like, dude, just do the model, just do the friggin' thing. It's gonna be so cool. I just want to see it. I just want to see someone play as DBDC Goku because like we can even change the attacks maybe and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I just want to see that happen. I will like kill at least 7 people. I will trade their lives in exchange for DBDC Goku Let's Plays. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
If you are asking about like attacks specifically, because again, Ian is not really the hardcore Rise Up gamer. Send me a DM and I can let you know an exact move list of what I'd give him, because I actually did try to make DBDC Goku in Xenoverse just from like the character creation. Didn't look good, but I picked out the moveset. So if you want to know exactly what I would have on that, just let me know in a DM, and if we can get back to work on that depending on technical difficulties. I'd love it because I know a lot of people watching really like the design, and it'd be great just to see people play with that, right? You could even get it because there's been Superman and DC mods, so you can have him fight some of DC characters maybe. I don't know. it'd just be fun. Just be fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
cool. It's the coolest thing in the world, honestly. Having something you made and put on YouTube and just, oh, I hope some people watch it, and then suddenly somebody's making a model for it on Xenoverse. I downloaded the game just so I could download these mods.
That's so fantastic, man. Yeah, the Smoke Sticks ones look fantastic as well. He's currently working on Super Saiyan 4 Baby Vegeta that looks insane from his Beerus
Yeah,
and GT thing, which again, that's one of my favorite series of yours. I absolutely adore that.
thanks, man.
Um,
Can I offer a perspective for the other side of the coin for the whole getting fan stuff thing?
Yeah, shoot.
yeah, go for it.
So in my case, when I decided to, when I finished college and set myself a goal of I'm going to be a professional voice actor, one of the end goals that I have is to eventually phase out any t-shirts that I have that don't represent something that I've worked on. And I am very, very happy to say, and also to plug, that the first one that I have of that is the Geek for Fun t-shirt. I have it in a nice red color, and you can go and get it at MediaDwarf.com, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's a very...
MediaDwarf.com.
And I just want to establish I'm the only one repping the merch right now.
I'm a traitor.
I should have worn my Goku shirt.
You don't know that. I don't have a
If
camera.
I wore my Goku shirt, you could have been Superman, and then we have the middle one right there.
Yeah, there we go.
So we're kind of on brand a little bit. And speaking of the shirt thing as well, I know for anyone who saw the community post you saw on Redbubble, I threw up you can buy Dragon Ball DC Broly poster. We're gonna be trying to get a lot more of the art for that from the rest of the series, like Super Saiyan Goku, Vegeta, a lot of Adam stuff, maybe some of the Gohan stuff as well, depending on how we work with the artists and what they feel comfortable with. I'm going to get that so you can get those on t-shirts, get those on mugs, get those on anything basically on Redbubble. So the moment I can get the Vegeta design going, Trevor, I'm going to pay for it for you. I'm just going to send you the PayPal money so you can order it. Whatever you want of those with the Vegeta art on, because you need to have that.
Thank you. I would have paid for it with my own money anyways.
No, man, I'm just like, no, that just needs to happen.
I like all of the Vegeta artwork for Dragon Ball
You've
DC, and I
got
want
two
to wear them
designs
on
so
my body.
far. Here's it's like choosing your child. I was about to say choose which the Vegeta design you like more, but I'm not gonna force you to ask that
Wait
question.
until there's a third one, and then put them all in a combo design.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need the lithograph that like will change the
Yeah.
yeah.
Or just have it so it's just 3 panels of just a progression of Vegeta.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. That needs to happen.
Merch is the coolest shit. I gotta get going with that too. You guys beat me to the punch in that by a long one.
Someone in the chat had a fun one. We've talked about this a little bit, but I do like to bring it up anytime someone mentions it. Someone did Goku / Harley Quinn ? And I'm like, man, we legit racked our freaking brains about who would be Goku's DC wife, and there was a good chunk of time where we were thinking about Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Like that little detail is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this one just because, like, this is the cult classic of the channel. I hope part 2 for Zoro and Kenshin is in the works. One of my favorites of your videos. Thanks so much. I love that video. Probably not though. Sorry. Sorry to dunk on it, but that was written to be just a one-time story. Same with the aliens in Dragon Ball. That was written to just, it's okay if it's just a one-time story. That one got the kind of response we were able to justify, and so we're working on the script for part 2 of that's done, and we're working on getting casting together and getting lines recorded for that one. So there's that.
If you want to see more, again, whenever we do the individual non-Dragon Ball, or at least non-like mainline series what ifs, if you do want to see a sequel, it's the most important thing to get on past like that 10k mark, and just shout them around and really just show extra love to those if you want to, because it is one of those things where, because we take a little bit longer to make these videos, we can't do all the stories we want to do at once. We do kind of have to prioritize sometimes. So just keep that in mind, maybe, if you do want to support us doing more individual stuff. If you maybe weren't that interested, like, give it a click just so you, and a comment just so people know. Helps the algorithm a little bit, because YT is going to be YT. We have to fight YouTube a little bit, at least at this stage in our career, because we are still, we've grown immensely, but we're still baby.
Yeah, no, I mean it's so crazy. I've been doing the YouTube thing for so long now, and just recently my subscriber count on my own channel started to get like even anywhere near significant. Okay, what just happened there? My computer did a weird thing. Sorry. My subscriber count just started to get anywhere near significant, and still like less than half of what Alfie's blew up to. So it's so cool to see. But yeah, we do need to just keep growing and getting bigger, and that's great because it helps expand the community. It gets more people who are even more talented than us involved, so we can get like cool art and stuff too on occasion. So really, just the more you share, the better everything gets. Like honestly, if the videos didn't get big, we wouldn't have super talented people like Trevor involved. So because as he said, he found it through just the YouTube recommendation thing, and it's very, very important. So comments, sharing, stuff like that, just please, please, please do it.
Also, if I may, I have two things. One that now I've said that I have two things, I unfortunately immediately forgot. But the second thing was I noticed someone in the chat had another Vegeta voice request, so this is for you, Mr. Negative. Ooh woo.
And I saw
Or perhaps
a very
it's
similar one, so I'm gonna.
Or perhaps it's oh whoa. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not up to date on the internets.
Someone also asked for me to take a stab at that as well with,
Ooh, what's this? Notice his bulge.
I am so less comfortable with that.
Good, you Saiyan scum.
now that's the Valentine's Day shit. Rogolzar and Vegeta settle their differences in a different way.
This is what I sub for.
Subbed for
This is
this. Subbed for this.
It always. Oh, wait, I remembered what the first thing was.
What was the first thing?
The first thing is, for the people who are considering doing what was requested earlier and watching those one-shots that could potentially lead to more if they get over 10K, please do that, because as I've found out, there tends to be more voice roles added in during the second part on most of these series, and I want to be a part of this stuff so I can enjoy it even more.
Mm-hmm.
So, if not for your own sake, do it for the voices.
Yeah, and I mean, we got a comment in here. It's like, oh, just work on DBDC. We're not interested in the side projects. Like, the side projects are actually easier because they're not as big as DBDC. Like, that's the thing, is if we were just work on DBDC, the time gaps would still be just as long, and you still wouldn't get as much content. That's like what it comes down to. This is a way for us to get other things out there and also just give some more content and be able to devote the right kind of energy to DBDC as well.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're gonna see stuff on the channel again. Like, I know it doesn't get a lot of views because of the audience, like the recent Star Wars video or like some of my cosplay stuff, and like I'm fine that those don't get the big numbers because I just do those for me. So you don't really have to worry about those videos getting a lot of things. Like, it'd be fun if they did, but like I don't really care. That's just me, just purely creative. All of this is me purely creative, so just that one kind of got a boost is a bit of priority. But for the side projects, it is a little bit more appreciated just because it helps us. Like, I'd like to branch out with those if they start doing well, like not even just me and Ian writing those, but like bringing in other people to do like episodes of a series like people do with seasons. It would lighten the load on us a little bit, because then we could pull out like a whole 12 episodes or something with like a script that we didn't have to write all of the episodes of that script for, because it does take a while to make sure that these things are right. Stuff like that. Again, that's a far, far future idea, but there's a reason why the name of the channel is Geeks for Fun, making sure that it's not just it's not just called Alfie's channel, right? I initially made this with the idea of building a community, and the fact that, again, bit emotional, just we've got a whole stream up right now with people from all over the world on it right now, talking to you guys who are watching from all over the world. And like, I'm staying up to like 4:30 in the morning to get this across, and I don't even care, because it means so much to me to be able to have gotten to this point, right? Like, it just really means that we're there, we're making it, and we're doing something fun that a lot of people are enjoying. So yeah, that's just me giving a bit of love out for people there.
Gang shit.
Yeah.
Gang,
Alfie,
gang.
someone's
Gang for fun.
Alfie. Someone's requested a Ruggles R line reading.
Shoot.
Quote unquote. Happy Valentine's Day, Vegeta. I got you your brother. He's dead.
Happy Valentine's Day, Prince Vegeta. I got you your brother. By the way, he's dead.
I'm going to turn down the gain for this.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Also, my parents are asleep right now. Thanks, Alfie.
Hey, man, you didn't have to respond.
Oh,
Real
but I
quick.
did. I did.
I love you for it. Thank you.
Real quick. I gotta get going, fellas. But this has been a lot of fun.
No
Yes,
worries, bud.
totally
Thanks for
has
joining
been.
us.
Yeah,
Thank
super
you,
fun.
guys.
See ya.
Get me more voice rolls.
Always.
That's all I
will
gotta
do.
say. Thank you, chat, for joining. I'm Smugstick, as you guys probably know, but I'm really tired, as you can probably tell. But thank you, thank all of you guys, and thanks for having me, because this meant a lot. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
See
See
ya.
you, Smug. Thanks for coming by.
Bye.
Oh man.
And now we're all evenly proportioned.
Yay!
I'm
I
gonna have
wonder
to
what
go
it
to
looks
sleep
like in the
I have work
YouTube video.
at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, in that case, we're about an hour and a half in. Shall we just wrap it up there? I think this has been fun.
Yeah. Why don't we just call that the end of this? This was
Okay.
super fun, guys. Everyone, thanks so much for coming out. I love doing these with you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I mean, we never expected it to blow up like this either. We did it for fun and for a project, but we never fathomed that we'd have this much attention on it. So, Ian and Alfie, thank you guys, and thank you, viewers, and you guys should be really proud of yourselves for getting this as far as it has. So,
Yeah, this has been a phenomenal experience. I want to segue into PR mode, Trevor, for some stuff, but I'll wait until after I've gotten the heartfelt bits out of the way. This has been a phenomenal experience for me. A lot of this has really gotten to help, just even seeing the various auditions that Alfie puts up in the Discord and stuff. When I try out for them. Every time I'm usually said no, because you're going to be talking to yourself. You can't have all of the roles, Trevor. Please stop. But I mostly do it just as a fun acting exercise to see how I can stretch my voice in this stuff, and I wouldn't get those opportunities if not for this. And with that out of the way, switching to PR mode, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you'd like to hear other things that I'm in, I've done several audiobooks that you can find on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon, including the Goddess Rising trilogy and the Race Through Space series. Also, at some point in the future, I'm going to hold another casting call for the Siva Gunner King for Another Day Mojo audio edition. So, if you want to voice memes in something resembling a storyline, keep an eye out on my Twitter at Omega Mallet.